Charles O'Hara of Qualicum Beach, BC. This is your chance to win big thanks to Save On Foods. $1 million touchdown to win. If a kickoff is returned for a touchdown, you could win groceries for a year. If 2 kickoffs are returned for touchdowns, you could win $1 million. Good luck, Charles. Let's get you to Winnipeg and join Dustin Nielsen and Matt Dunnigan.
An absolutely perfect night in Winnipeg as we get set to wrap up another season of 7-11 Thursday Night Football. The final matchup, terrific. It's the third meeting of the season between the Stamps and the Bombers. Winnipeg taking the first two by a total of 7 points in each of those games. However, it'll be a different Calgary team tonight. Bo Levi Mitchell on the sidelines.
Unbelievable that those words even coming out of your mouth. Dustin.
It's crazy.
Since November 17, 2013, if he's been healthy or able and willing, certainly Bo Levi Mitchell has started as a Calgary Stampeder quarterback. And this time it is Jake Mayer. We've heard Milt talk about him throwing for 300 yards 3 times in his 3 starts, which is phenomenal. But he also has 3 game-winning drives. How can that be, Matt, when he's 1 and 2 as a starter? Well, he's come off the bench a couple times for that guy we talked about, Bo Levi Mitchell, we've been talking about for 10+ years. And that's how you do it. You come back in spell time and you bring the team back. And to the point now, the team's got confidence in this young man. Dave Dickinson has seen enough from Bo. It's not there right now. He's very confident in the young kid from UC Davis, and he's going to get a shot tonight moving forward.
The Bombers, like we mentioned right off the top, 2-0 against the Calgary Stampeders so far this season, 3-1 at home, coming off a rare loss, coming off a bye week. We'll see how they bounce back against Calgary, trying to take them down one more time. 23 degrees at kickoff. Bombers a 5-point favorite, and we are underway. And this is Parker on the far side. Some nice moves. Jamal Parker, a solid return in place of Janarian Grant not playing tonight. And our first look at Zach Collaros tonight with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Yeah, Zach Collaros, now the leading front runner for MOP of the season, with the sad news last week with Kid Canada going down. And this guy well deserves being the conversation at the forefront, because he's been phenomenal and magical for this football team since taking over, quite frankly, in 2019.
He was 21 of 27 for 251 yards, had a touchdown in that loss to Montreal here at home a couple of weeks ago. Starts on his own 41 here. They'll hand it off. Brady Oliveira, who's really turned it up a notch over the last month or so, and a nice pickup on first down. Let's take a look at this Winnipeg offense featuring Brady Oliveira, brought to you by Expedia.
Yeah, they're happy to get Patrick Neufeld back in the lineup. Cal Murphy Award winner, last year recognizing the player that contributes to the community and shows a lot of heart. We've got young McRae filling in for Greg Ellingson, which is going to put more onus on Dalton Schoen, the rookie phenom, playing wide receiver.
Rukop into the game here, short yardage early, and what a push ahead by the Bombers. A no-doubter to get the offense right back out on the field against this Calgary Stampeders defense.
Can I get a quick happy birthday? I want to sing it to Sean Lemon. It's his 34th birthday today, and he moved in the top 20. He's number 19 all-time with 84 sacks, chasing James Curry and Greg Stuhlman. And in the back end, Darius Williams, a rookie, playing Sam linebacker for Calgary's rookie nomination of the year. When he went down wall last week, and Eli Butka, he was phenomenal and had a game-changing play for the Stamps on the road in the win over Toronto last week.
Winnipeg just outside their own 50. Collaros will be throwing here, a high ball, but Densky gets it, and he'll take it down almost all the way to the Calgary 40, and the Bombers offense moving nicely here early in this ball game.
Yeah, and he's right here. Dempsey's going to do his thing. Watch him high point. I mean, he just snatches it out of the air because this ball is fairly high. And boy, that's a nice catch in traffic, knowing that you've got some fellas with some bad intentions coming your way. That's a great way to start the game.
Are you saying putting your core out there is not a great idea?
Yeah, not really. Not with this secondary and this defensive group. Very solid, fly around the football.
Empty backfield for Collaros. 4 to his left, goes over the middle, looking for Dembski again. It was high again. Kobe Williams was in coverage, and it does fall incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Bombers.
Yeah, and Zach's going to get some attention here in a hurry, right off the edge, I believe, and it's going to come right here. And this ball is high. You go, man, he's wide open. Well, you know, this guy is kind of having a party in my ribs right now. Sean Lemon, just really a resurgent year having a phenomenal season.
Looking for his 7th sack of the year.
Almost had it there.
More pressure again, and he's going to look down the field to McCray. Interfered with the flag, and he hang on anyway. How did he do that? Greg McCray, phenomenal. Bombers strike early with an absolutely sensational strike of 41 yards to McCray.
Oh. No Greg Ellingson, no problem.
Calgary, number 28, penalty decline.
Say hello to Greg McCray. First-year player from Central Florida. Works through it. He's wide open on a corner. Ball's a little underthrown. McCray's got to work back. Got the defensive pass interference. Doesn't affect him. Great concentration. Pulls it in. Beautiful way to start the game. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers coming up that bye week, striking quickly.
First CFL touchdown for Greg McCray is a memorable one. No doubt about it. Was going down. Ball still delivered, and he hangs on. Leggio out for the extra point. Knocks it home. That should help him as well. And the Bombers, a picture-perfect start on Thursday Night Football. Look at McCray, the focus. And he hangs on as he crashes down. And the Bombers go on top first.
is brought to you by 7-Eleven, where you get fast 24/7 delivery on game day, including Slurpee drinks.
Oh, just a great night at IG Field, especially if you're that guy. Greg McCray, who's been listed on the depth chart a number of times as the third running back, and they've moved him around a little bit. They're not disguising it anymore. They just put him in the slot and let him go do his thing.
Yeah, just run a corner like you've been there before. He's got 6 catches, 27 yards coming to the ball game. That's all been out of the backfield. And he just flat out explodes on Muhammad for a quick score. And eases the Bomber fan base here a little bit with the loss of Greg Ellingson.
Peyton Logan's got some room. There's a flag on the field as he takes it all the way back almost to the 45. An excellent return, but there's a flag. It came out about midway through the return. And this one going to be brought back on a hold. So an excellent return and really good field position taken away despite the efforts of Peyton Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Killam had a tough week last week with the special teams.
Holding, Calgary, number 27, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Final CFL game for that man, local guy. Special night for him. Here's another look at the early touchdown from the Bombers.
Right here on your horse. You better get out of your back pedal, Muhammad, because I am flying, baby. Fresh legs out of the bye week. Nice job of setting him up to the inside. Just blew right by him. Ball's a little underthrown. Great concentration. DPI fights through that. 6 points. That's how you do it. Zach, feeling it, baby. That's a quick start. Can't tell you how important that is for a team, a fan base at home, trying to get back on track off a bye week. To score like that out of the gate, it's huge.
That penalty takes the Stamps all the way back inside their own 10. Jake Mayer set to go to work. He'll hand it off to Kadeem Carey right up the middle. What a chunk for Carey. He's got a first down. Welcome back to the lineup, Kadeem Carey.
Wow. He was 10 yards downfield before he was touched, and there was Rutledge. And this is a great way to start for the Calgary Stampeders, saying hello to the Winnipeg Violent defense. And Rutledge experiences, which he's experienced before, just how tough of a runner Kadeem Carey really is.
Winnipeg has the 3rd best rushing defense in the league this year. Calgary bringing in the best offense on the ground attack. Mayer throwing here, gets it away before it falls incomplete. It was deflected by Willie Jefferson as the big fella came off the edge. Looked like he either got the arm of the quarterback or the ball on the way up.
Yeah, he did. And you know, this is what happens with Willie Jefferson. You know, he's just going to come here, and at 6'7", you get those long arms up anywhere in the vicinity of the quarterback, and he's working on that young right tackle. He gets the ball in the hand as he's trying to come forward, forces a 2nd and 10. It's huge. That's what he does. He just disrupts offense and flow games.
4th career start for Mayer, first of the season. Has seen some spot duty obviously this year. Dumps this one away to Carey as he got hit. Kadeem Carey again up the middle, and he's got another first down. As Kadeem Carey, very important to this offense here tonight.
Yeah, I'm talking about hanging on to the football. I'm talking about a young body that's going to take the hit here And we saw this last week. Watch how he hangs in the pocket, knows where his outlet is, and he's got to get rid of it. Abort, abort, abort. Not going to take a sack there. He found his back, and Kadeem does the rest.
And who was it? It was Willie Jefferson again.
That's like he's just switching sides, just going to work, feeling out these tackles for the Calgary Stampeders.
Drive started at the 9, up to the 32. Mayer gets this one away, looking down the field, far side, held onto by Malik Henry, drawing back into the lineup as well. And that's a big chunk and another first down for the visitors.
Yeah, watch this. They bring in Langley here, and to give it a little more time. He's right over here, extra blocker. Hey, why not? Let's widen this out a little bit. He's got Jeffcoat in his lap there. Free releases, gives Jake a little time, spots the ball perfectly. That's what you got to do. You got to mix it up. You got to keep Winnipeg guessing. You can't leave them tackles out there in the island 24/7.
Henry has missed some action. Still comes in as the only Calgary receiver with over 500 yards on the season. Now they'll bring in Logan, a little change of pace back. Let's take a look at this Calgary Stampeders offense.
Yeah, and I'm talking about Coker, right? Fuck Joshua Coker. He's a Division III player, two-time All-American down there, but making his first start against arguably two of the best in the league. Going to be a big jump for him. See how that goes. And Carey and Malik Henry, come on. You know, any quarterback would love to have these two guys come in the lineup, making your fourth career start, first in this season. That's music to young man Jake Mayer's ears right there.
Back to Coker at right tackle. Joshua, you're going into the game. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's Willie Jefferson for the night.
Yeah, that's right. And Jackson Jeffcoat. Good luck with that.
Here's Mayer with time again. Down the field again, looking for a deep shot. He's got him. And it's Malik Henry all the way home. Touchdown, Calgary. What an answer as Mayer strikes Henry for 61 yards. And the Stampeders bounce right back.
Oh, this is outstanding blocking up front. Watch this. Right here on your right side, you're going to see them double up here on Jackson Jeffcoat trying to get to the quarterback. No problem there. Jake Mayer's got plenty of time. Nice job by the back. Stepping up into the line of scrimmage, not going to war too deep in the backfield. And there you see, it looked like Houston went down with like a hammy and just injured on the play as he's trying to cover Malik Henry, who's over the top and in the end zone.
Houston remains down, really opened things up for Henry, who obviously comes in with a ton of speed anyway.
Yeah, he says straight up, you ask him, who's the fastest on team? I am. No hesitation.
Race me.
Yeah, that's right. Race me. It's like, no, it's not the point.
Fourth touchdown of the season for Henry. He's got 78 yards already in this game.
Yeah, DeMario Houston, yeah, he just pulled up and something's going on. I don't know. It looked like it was an upper body.
It almost looked like he
maybe
reached down to his hip area.
Yeah, a hip flexor of some sort.
And you can see him still kind of gingering on that left leg.
Almost looks like it has to do with his abs. Anyways, he is struggling to get off the football field right now. What an answer by the Calgary Stampeders.
Bigger picture, I mean, Jake Mayer, 89 yards, 3 of 4 and a touchdown on the first drive here against Winnipeg. That's got to help everybody settle in, right?
After Winnipeg had an explosive start, put 6 on the board, and he's just, whatever. I got this. Been here, but done that. You know, family's watching back at home. You know, I got my opportunity. Been working hard for this. I got Malik Henry back. I've got Kadeem Carey. We're going to go to work here, and they got it done.
Paredes now out for the extra point to tie this game at 7, about midway through the opening quarter. And that is exactly what he will do. I hope you settle in, because we've got an excellent, entertaining Thursday nighter already underway. Look at Jake Mayer like he's been there before.
Yeah, this is, watch right off the top, right up here. You're going to watch DeMario Houston. He says his back pedals. Malik Henry tries to chew up the dirt in front of him. And as he plants the right foot in the ground, when he flips his hips, something happens there. Malik's over the top. He's in pain. He goes to the turf. Easy walk-in touchdown. Great response by Calgary. But how did he get the time to push the ball down the field? Pretty simple. Coker up to the challenge here. Gets a little chip from his friends and talk to you about mixing it up. That does a lot right there. And then you see Carey on the other side stepping up and going toward the line of scrimmage, giving the young quarterback plenty of room to make the throw.
6-play, 101-yard touchdown drive for Calgary. Parker on the return, setting things up for Zach Collaros, who started this game 2 of 3, 58 yards and a touchdown already. Both offenses putting on a show here in the first quarter. He's 7 touchdowns, no interceptions, over 600 yards against Calgary so far this season.
Yeah, phenomenal, right? Just lights out. First game, talking to Dave Dickinson, talking about Bo and his challenges against Winnipeg this year. He said, first game felt like our receivers let him down. Second game, we just couldn't stop Winnipeg, and Zach Collaros, and those numbers speak to that.
We've got another Bomber down on the field. We'll take a quick pause, come back and continue play in the first quarter. Welcome back to IG Field, everyone. Tough look for the Bombers here. Patrice Rene is being carted off the field. This is a very interesting storyline. He was hurt on special teams here, but he's actually on the depth chart as Demario Houston's backup, and Houston has already left this game, or at least is on the sideline due to injury.
Yeah, the play before. And it's like somebody's got a voodoo doll and going to work in the Winnipeg Blue Bomber cornerbacks right now. And I would anticipate Terrell Ford to slide over, first-year player from Waterloo. Either that or Jamal Parker's going to have to kick out from the halfback position and backup role to start in corner.
Parker also returning kicks tonight in place of Janarian Grant. Winnipeg starting on their own 38. Collaros fakes the handoff, gets it away just in time. Man, what a nice catch. Wolotarski comes back and gets it in a tight window for Collaros.
Oh my goodness, I'm watching it unfold. I'm going like, you're going to give it to him? You better get your eyes off. You're not going to give it to him. You just watch number 4. See if I can find him for you right here. He's going to, there he is. He's going to kick out. There he turns and runs, and that's Cameron Judge. And he knew what the route was, and he just bailed and almost got up underneath that. Watch him, you see him in the left of your screen. Come in late, right there, swapping at the ball. Nice fit by Collaros.
This time they'll hand it off, and Oliveira kicks it ahead for 10 more, and a first down to the Calgary 50.
Watch the big boys. Watch them do their work. Let them eat early. Saw it at first play of the game. Into zone coverage, there's 3 double cuts, 3 high defenders, corners are outside, really good time to run the football. They picked another good time right there. Winnipeg is locked into what Calgary's trying to do defensively. Good play calling going on by Buck Pierce right now.
2 carries for Oliveira for 19 yards already in the ball game tonight. Everybody out to the wide side right for Collaros.
Oh, I like this.
That's where he's going to go. Looks down the field, still has it. Takes what he can get with Dembski, and that'll be enough for another first down and more. Dembski breaks a couple of tackles, steps out of bounds inside the 35.
Oh, I love the way it unfolded, and then he got the edge, and he could have run it for sure, but he saw Dembski, and you put it in his hands, he's going to make magic happen. Coming right at you. Point on the edge, nobody out in front of him, directing traffic, looks inside, opens up Dembski, gives it to him, and then he makes 2 people miss. Picks you up another 5 or 6.
The very elusive Nick Dembski with his second catch of the ball game. He's already got 35 yards. Had the best game of the season against Calgary in week 8.
Yeah, I think one of the best all-around receivers, running backs, offensive weapons in the league. Not there.
Down the far sideline, and there's a flag. It looked like the receiver was held. It was Rashid Bailey after a quick pump fake from Collaros, and they got Moxie, I believe, on the far side.
Yeah, you know, Zach stared this down, and you saw the safety over the top trying to get over there.
Defensive pass interference, Calgary, number 2. Spot the foul, automatic, first down.
Yeah, you can take a peek at it right here. One receiver is the only guy there, folks. Watch him do his thing. The double move, watch Zach's eyes. You can. Boom, he's staring it down. A little pump fake, but the free safety's coming right over the top. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I see that right there. That's Williams. That's Kobe Williams coming over the top. He could have been lights out on that receiver.
They hand it off to Dembski on first down, back to the line of scrimmage, and probably not much more.
Yeah, Zach Calera's been dominant against Calgary Stampeders in 2 ball games this year. Just 72% completion percentage right there. 7 touchdowns, 0 picks, almost flawless football. Unstoppable the last time these two teams played. And that was recognized by head coach Dave Dickinson, the Stampeders, saying we just couldn't stop Zach. He was that good.
Calgary's going to bring some pressure. Calera's backpedaling, gets it away just in time. End zone, touchdown, they strike again. It's Nick Dembski, and the Bombers go back on top. His 3rd touchdown of the season.
Yeah. And this is absolutely just phenomenal patience. You watch Zach as he goes through his initial setup, and then he drifts, and just feathers it over the top to Nick Dembski. Catching Kobe Williams, who's wet behind the ears still, in a situation where he didn't want to be in a trail on number 10, Nick Dembski. Local product, making it happen, putting on a show.
Legio out for the extra point, knocks it home, and Winnipeg is on top 14-7. Boy, Davis Sanchez is watching at home and like the under. He's sweating it early. 21 points in the first quarter between these two clubs.
Here, let's run with him. Watch him as he attacks outside. As he attack, he's right here, and watch him do his thing. He's going to run a little outside release, like he's going to give him the out right there. Muhammad takes it over the top. Ball's lifted. Buka can't get there in time. That's an easy 6. That's beautiful. That's pitching and catching. That's what it's all about. Nicely done, Nick Dembski.
3rd touchdown of the year for Dembski, caps off a 6-play, 72-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 26 seconds. These teams are wasting no time here tonight. We've got 4:22 on the clock in the first, and everybody at IG Field's already been treated to a beauty.
Yeah, 14-7, 21 points. You know, Dave Dickinson said short week. They stayed in Guelph, Ontario after the Toronto victory. Short week. Maybe 1 practice, full practice. This is tough for a young quarterback making his first start and taking over for a legend. But he's in a barn burner right now, and I guarantee you they're going to be aggressive as well.
Peyton Logan back out just outside the 25. Let's send it down to Sarah Orleski for more on Jake Mayer.
Well, obviously, this has been the storyline of the week heading into this game. The question about who would be starting. Dave Dickinson electing to go with Jake Mayer. Bo Levi Mitchell went to Instagram, made a post about how he admitted, look, he's frustrated, obviously. He's a competitor. Anyone would be with this decision, but he believes in Jake and that he will play great winning football. It was a short week. Jake spoke about how this was something that helped him finding out early on. This was not a decision, though, you guys, that Dave Dickinson made lightly. He felt that they were in a funk. He will give Jake a good long look, he told us, but he won't hesitate to put Bo back in. The Stamps in danger of being swept in this season series with the Bombers. It is about 1 win, this win here tonight.
Thank you very much, Sarah. We were talking about on the way over.
Yep.
They're 6-3. Their only losses have been to the teams above them in the standings, in the Lions and the Bombers. Bo has the fewest interceptions thrown in the Canadian Football League. It's a very interesting time to make the change.
Well, it shows you just how important playing as a team is. Because Calgary's been able to find 6 wins by getting it done other ways. The best running team in the league right now, and that's what they're going to have to rely on a little bit here, too. But
nice throw there from Mayer. Gets it to Kamar Jordan.
1.5 yards short.
But they're short. And considering where they're at on the field, be a big decision to make here. And there he is, Dave Dickinson. When you've had Bo Levi Mitchell, available to you for the last decade, and he started every one of them, not an easy decision. But also a team that has some faith in their quarterbacks, including Tommy Stevens, because they're going to bring him in and go for it here on 3rd and short.
6'5", 245. Played his last year in Mississippi State, 3 years in Penn State uniform as a Nittany Lion. He's been pretty successful in these situations.
They need at least 1, almost 2. And they're going to hand it off, and there's some room for Logan. And Logan's got the first down. A little trickery from the Calgary Stampeders, and it works as they use the speed of Logan to pick up the first down.
Yeah, this is absolutely phenomenal. Watch what they do on the edge over here. They're going to seal it, and they're going to bring Peyton over here and over the top, and you see quarterback take the football like he's to go left, hands it off, seal the edge as best he can. He loses sight. Boy, Logan, boy, he could have. We saw him take one to the house last week against Toronto. Very similar angle, but Winnipeg had pursuit there. Big time play call, first down, count.
First and 10. They'll hand it off to Carey. A little bit of a stumble, and pushes it ahead against this Winnipeg Blue Bombers defense. Let's meet these guys.
Yeah, and they've already made acquaintances up front a couple times this year, and Jake Thomas going to be instrumental in shutting down that run game, vaunted running game of the Calgary Stampeders, as well as Adam Bighill. Look, if Sales and Thomas and Walker and Lawson do their thing in the middle, then Biggie's going to be able to do his thing at the middle linebacker. Circled Nick Taylor. He's one of the fortunate, had been injured in the back end so far, and he leads the secondary 3 picks this year. Heck of a pickup.
2nd and 7 from there. The crowd here at IG Field, and as expected, it's a good one. They're trying to get in his head quickly. Swings it out. Beggleton pushing ahead, but he will be stopped before he can get to the 55-yard line. And that is Jamal Parker making the play.
Yeah, coming in from the corner spot, and got our answer who's playing that position, and heads up play. Coming up there, no fear, got to be there quickly, no hesitation, make the stop.
First punt of the ball game is Nick Taylor. Trots back to get this once again. Janarian Grant, an explosive return man. Not in the lineup tonight. Could be booted away. Towering kick. Taylor watches as it bounces over his head into the end zone. And that is where it will come to a stop. He'll pick it up and take a knee with 9 seconds remaining in the first. Boy, this guy has had some success against Calgary, especially in that last game.
Yeah, hang on tight for this little pack here on Zach Collaros and what he did to this tough defense. I'm talking about one of the best in the league, Calgary Stampeders, and Zach tore him up, had him on their heels, and they just couldn't stop him. When you have a head coach admit that openly on camera, that's saying a lot about your performance. And Zach Collaros was on fire.
6 touchdowns in essentially his last 5 quarters against the Calgary Stampeders. He's got 20 touchdown passes on the season, now second to only Rourke out in BC.
That's 3rd toughest defense the Calgary Stampeders to score on CFL this season. He had no problem.
They'll hand it off, and great extra effort there from Brady Oliveira as he pushes it ahead, and we are locked in for a fun one at IG Field here on Thursday Night Football, brought to you by 7-Eleven. It is the Bombers on top at home, 14-8, looking to make it 3 in a row against the Calgary Stampeders this season. You didn't miss the first quarter of this one. Bombers on top 14-8, both quarterbacks very efficient. Excellent starts on both sides of the football.
Yeah, both of them 5 or 6 for 100 yards, 103 yards, just knifing the football down the field. I love the chess match between Calgary's offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Pat DelMonaco and the defense of Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And he's calling on all people. He's changing things up, pass protection, trying to buy his young quarterback Jake Mayer some time so they can go toe-to-toe with Zach Collaros in this high-powered offense of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And I'm watching that, see if Calgary can stop Zach Collaros here, because he's been in rhythm. And I can't tell you how important that is coming off a bye week. This is
running the ball as well. Prukop into the game. He's going to take off, tracked down from behind, and held onto by Arimolade, who remains down and will now be helped up by his teammates.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder what Dakota's doing back there. Well, I'm thinking maybe it's an RPO, and Arimolade takes the bite. Dembski's there to leverage if he comes out of the corner. Dakota Brewcup says, oh, man, this is too easy. Buck Pierce going, I love it when stuff like this works out. He's been sitting around for 2 weeks, drawing stuff up, playing out for him.
Oliveira on the handoff, cuts it back up the field, takes it down to the 40. And boy, is he finding a lot of space in this ground attack early for the Bombers.
Yeah, and you're looking at the pursuit by the Calgary defense, and they're coming flying over the top, and Brady Oliveira senses this and plants his right foot in the ground and cuts back against the grain. Nice little jump cut there, getting in the hole, picking up 8.
Second and very manageable here for Collaros. 5 of 6, 103, 2 touchdowns. Oliveira stands in behind him. He'll hand it off to 20 in blue again. Gets behind that line, pushing ahead. And it looked like forward progress will be more than enough for another Winnipeg first down in the hands of Brady Oliveira.
Yeah, pretty nice start for this offensive line. And this guy's really starting to, I think, come into his own. Really starting to feel what being a professional running back's all about, and the load being on you from week to week, and really stepped up in the last 4 games, and those numbers prove it.
He talked about it a few weeks back, saying, you know, he stopped trying to be Andrew Harris and worrying about replacing Andrew Harris and just got back to his own game, and my goodness, he's skyrocketed since then. 5 for 37 so far tonight. Another completion to Dembski. Dembski staying on his feet inside the 20. He's blocked. And he goes down. Kobe Williams said enough of that, but still another big pickup for Winnipeg.
Little play fake for you. Suck in the linebackers. Don't open up a nice little lane. Watch these backers just kind of come in there and creep in there, and the big lane open up.
4 receivers wide side left for Collaros. Has some time, steps up. It's batted away. It's laying there. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. I think he got that away just in time. It didn't look like it at first, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to. Zach's saying speed it up, because he's thinking. I think he's thinking this could be a fumble. Let's see if he gets his arm in a throwing motion, or if he just tries to flick it out there like a shovel pass. Oh. No, that's a fumble.
That's
a fumble,
away.
And that's why Zach's calling for a quick play.
That is clear. And Calgary, you saw the entire bench saying, got to throw that flag.
Well, this is huge for Calgary, because I think this play is going to be overturned in Calgary football, and Winnipeg was on the march again and closing in another score. Big Al, he's going to figure this out in a hurry.
Calgary is challenging the previous play of an incomplete pass. It'll be reviewed.
It seems pretty cut and dry, but we will get an answer on this challenge from Dickinson. Looked like Rose knocked it away. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to IG Field, where we wait for a ruling on a challenge from Dickinson. Here's another look at it.
Just an effort play by Mike Rose, who's had a heck of a year. His left hand hits that ball out of Zach's hand before it comes out. I think it's no doubt a fumble. Now, I just don't know when the whistle's been blown and when immediate, and this is going to be...
After review by the command center, the ruling on the field has been changed to a fumble. However, there is no recovery by either team immediately. Therefore, we'll be placing the ball at the 25-yard line. Second down, Calgary will retain their challenge.
So this is what we were talking about in break. We were saying how they're going to sort this out, because at the end of the play, it just sort of died at the end, right?
Well, if there's not immediate recovery, and it's clear, the whistle then blows, then it's basically a dead ball, spot of fall, and then the second down, and Winnipeg remains. And here you see Judge. I think if he gets it there, it's Calgary's football. But I think plays whistle dead somehow. It's not recovered immediately. And fortunately for Winnipeg, they retain the football. If it's Calgary, you're thinking, what?
Yeah.
That was a heads-up play by Mike Rose. Effort play. Already been blocked. Rolled into the quarterback. Hit the ball out of his hands. You saw Zach immediately going, hurry up, let's go. Let's get to the line.
What it does do is it backs the Bombers up. They put the ball at the 25, so it's 2nd and 18. And Winnipeg looks to continue this march. 4-man rush. Collaros steps up. There's a flag on the play as he lets it fly. And now it'll be blown down. Incomplete pass down inside the 10.
Yeah, just a double back. The reason why the ball spotted back there is because that's where the fumble occurred. So it's point of foul or point of ball where it came out of Zach's hand. That's why it was backed up there. You're looking at 2nd and 17.
Holding, Winnipeg, number 68. Penalties decline. 3rd down.
They're going to force a long field goal here by another storyline, and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Mark Leggio.
That is Leggio. You know, the last time we saw this Winnipeg team, they were here at home trying to go in 10-0 against the Montreal Alouettes. Had a chance to do it at the end of regulation, and Leggio yanked one wide and then had a chance to extend the game in overtime and put one off the upright. And obviously the kicking game, much talked about last year here in Winnipeg. They went out and brought in Castillo, ends up going 5 for 5 on field goals in the Grey Cup. And this year it's the Leggio show once again. A chance to get back on track here. And he is able to knock it through. Winnipeg on top. Jake Mayer will be back out here right away. Here's Dave Dickinson on the decision that he had to make with his quarterbacks.
They're both good quarterbacks and they're good players, and I can win with either guy. I know our team believes in both guys, so yeah, it was tough, but it was something that I decided to do, and right now we'll keep it going, and hopefully we can get a win against the Bombers.
Considering all the success Dave and Bo have had together, could not have been an easy decision, but like he said, he believes in both guys, the team believes in both guys, and Jake Mayer so far tonight, pretty darn good. 5 of 6, 100 and a touchdown. Handed off to Carey, wrapped up by Dietrich Nichols initially, and then the rest of the Bombers come in to finish him off.
Yeah, Dietrich Nichols had a first shot at him. He couldn't get her done, and then Big Hill cleaned things up. You know, going back to Dave and his quarterback, not an easy decision. And no kidding. On a short week, when your team's not at home and has time to practice. I mean, he made this decision on the road after a win at 6-3 and set down one of the most successful quarterbacks in the history of the Canadian Football League. Certainly in winning percentage with 778. Unbelievable.
2nd and 8 here for Mayer. Has some time. Look to his left, now out to his right. Guns it in there, and that is a completion to Begelton, and Reggie Begelton will take it all the way up to the 50. Mayer almost kind of put that right in his arm as Begelton was turning around to come back and help him.
Yeah, and this is talking about, you know, you hear about defensive players stringing it out. Well, this quarterback here, Jake Mayer, he's stringing this play out for everything it's worth, trying to find help. You're going to see nice job by the right tackle, pushing Jefferson out and around, and he finds Begelton, and Begelton's running with a purpose, getting some valuable yards, putting it on the other side of the field for Calgary.
Rutledge was there. Begelton got away from him and picked up a few more. 19 yards, 12 of them after the catch.
Nice job by Coker, just flying, pushing Jefferson out and around there. Mayer steps up, extends the play, and finds Begelton, fifth-year player from Lamar.
Chain issues, but it's taken care of.
Why you want to hit me?
I know, I get fired up.
Issues and I get hit. I
get fired up about little things we don't see very often.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good. I love it. Love the enthusiasm, brother.
3 receivers to the left. Now Henry will join them as well. Low snap. Mayer gets it, picks it up, gives it to Carey. And he is going to be tracked down by Casey Sales. Jake Mayer last year against the Bombers, setting a franchise record, 17 consecutive completions. That's how you burst onto the scene.
Yeah, you know, you would think with their great history of quarterbacks with Flutie and Garcia and Dickinson and Burris, and the list goes on and on. 17 was the number to beat. He beat it, and he made it look pretty easy. On fire that day. He's going to have to stay on fire here to stay up with Zach Collaros in this Winnipeg offense.
Finished that day 30 of 39 for 307 yards. It was an 18-16 loss. Here's Mayer again. Begelton again, and that's awfully close for another first down for the visitors tonight.
Yeah, I love it how he knows where the sticks are. As soon as he catches it, the body's leaning, and he's pushing for the first down. Absolutely love this from Reggie Bagleton, coming in with 448 yards, a couple of touchdowns underneath. Trust you guys will make a play. It's what he does. When you only got 2 downs to work with, that's what you got to do. You can't be forcing it downfield, being greedy. You got to check it down. Trust your teammates.
They work from the Winnipeg 39. Everybody out wide side right for Mayer. He's going to come over on the left side, and that'll be a completion to Longley.
No way! I love that. You know why? Because that's just his 17th career catch in 7 years. That's amazing. Oh, this is just fantastic. He's right here. Remember, he's been in that position to block and help with Willie Jefferson. He blocks him. Then there's Dennis in his way. He feathers out and gets a look. I love that for William Langley. Good on you, son. It's incredible. This is 20. That's just his 3rd reception of the season.
Goes for a first down to the 29. Big Hill shows some pressure, backs off. Mayer in trouble and is able to throw it away as he gets taken down. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but they brought...
I don't know who's out of the pocket.
Jeffcoat.
I don't see anybody in the vicinity. Nobody was in the vicinity.
Mayer right now chatting with the officials.
There it is.
He was trying to talk him out of throwing that flag, but Bradbury let her go.
Out of the pocket, and whether the ball made the scrimmage or not, there's nobody there. It's intense on grounding.
Grounding the football. Calgary, number 12. Loss of down, 2nd down, ball's placed at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, tackle box as you watch him. He's going to get pressure. He's at the 29-yard line. I don't think he's going to break contain and get outside that tackle box. So he goes straight upfield from where Willie's at and Jefferson. He never makes it there. Under pressure, throws away. Nobody around. Doesn't make the line of scrimmage either. So 2 counts. Guilty is charged.
2nd
and
21. Yeah.
Forever.
They'll run the draw.
Jeffcoat said, no, not on my watch. Watch him peel back in. Really nice look by Jeffcoat, just anticipating this and a stun up front. This is what happens. This is when you do it. You're just waiting for this. Going to set up Coker. Boom, inside, little twist. Beautiful run blitz. Like it.
Nowhere to go, as simple as that. Paredes out, will attempt a 47-yard field goal from the left hash. He's 31 of 34 on the season, including some deep shots, much deeper than this. Paredes, 47, straight down the middle. And the Stampeders come away with points. We're wanting a little bit more, but Jeffcoat would have none of it. Kadeem Carey getting a faceful of number 94. Bombers still on top. Later, Tackle Hunger Night here in Winnipeg. Since 2003, Purolator, along with the CFL and its member clubs, and Canadians like you, have helped the Tackle Hunger program donate more than 18 million pounds of food to local food banks. The need is greater now than ever before. Go to PurolatorTackleHunger.ca to donate. Holly Jefferson in there helping out in Willie's number 5 jersey. Up next, Hamilton. Look what Regina did. Over 46,000 last week. Hey, Winnipeg, step up. Kolaris in trouble and is able to somehow slip it away to Densky. Come on. And Densky's going to take it for a pickup of about 4 yards. What a play by Kolaris.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Silas Stewart there, he'd still be running. Zach Kolaris, watch, very similar pressure. Wiggins there, and he just flips it out to Dembski. That's magic. You know, people talk, and I've seen it and called it games from Zach when he was a rookie in Hamilton. And said it then, I'll say it now. A lot of times he's got the magic of a Doug Falluti, and we saw it right there.
Looked like he was taken down. Most guys are just going to hang on to that, but he saw Dembski.
No, he's making plays.
Let it go. Kolaris in the pocket. Throws it ahead again. This time
Brady.
Oliveira. looked like a pretty good toss
yeah,
there.
it was. And Zach's like, oh, come on, Brady.
There's some room there for Oliveira, too, if he was able to hang on to that.
Oh, man. 2 in a row. Are you kidding me? This is pretty sweet. Just knowing where your people are under pressure, you take it. A little too far out front. A little off target. Tough one for Brady to reel in. I haven't seen this punt formation very often today.
First 2 and out of the football game. Leggio lets it fly. Pretty solid kick. Logan will take it at his 20. Logan, right back up the middle, tripped up after a 46-yard kick. Terrell Ford on the tackle. Jake Mayer down 6, has the ball when we return. Mark Leggio with a few things to think about over the last couple of weeks here with the bye, as he missed 2 big kicks in that game against Montreal. For more on the Bombers kicker, let's send it down to Sarah Orleski.
Well, Dustin, I think you could argue that there was no player that had more attention on them following that loss than Mark Leggio, with the struggles that he had for it heading into the bye week. He took the weekend off, and then throughout the week, even though they were off, he came to the field, worked on his kicking. He said that that was the plan the entire time, regardless of how that game against Montreal had gone. But I asked Mike O'Shea what he had seen from Leggio this week. He goes, he wanted to pay attention and watch what his demeanor was like throughout the week. It looked like he worked through it in his head. He liked what he saw. He feels that he did a lot of work in the offseason to turn things around after a rough first year. And the Bombers feel that he does still have a lot of potential to be an excellent 3-way kicker. You know that a lot of people are going to be watching to see how he is able to respond in this game here tonight.
Matt, if you can have a guy do all 3 jobs, I think you got to be pretty happy with it. You can really get her going.
Yeah, and, you know, Osh, Sarah alluded to, he believes in this kid. He's come a long way from last year. He's learned how to be a professional. He owned his lack of production 2 weeks ago, and he's moving on.
2nd and 4 for Mayer. Guns one to carry, held on to it as he was popped on the play by Malik Clements.
Tommy Stevens time.
It's going to be 3rd and
half a yard.
Yeah, very short here.
Yeah, again, we see Calgary continue to go with Langley in there, and for that little added extra protection, a little half a second longer, and he's chipping and releasing out and into coverage, and I like it. It's working for him. You got to, man. You got to slow number 5 and number 94 down.
Tommy Stevens in the game, 3rd and maybe a little bit less than 1. Can he push ahead for the first down? Looked like that lunge was pretty solid, and it should be enough to get Jake Mayer and the offense back out on the field here.
Yeah, crazy. You know, you watch the Bombers on that play, and they start adding people in off the edge. Like Rutledge comes in there and it's got, no, I'm not going there. And then, you know, and then you've got right down the line, you know, it's going Sales, Thomas, Jeffco, Walker. It's like, oh, man. Not a lot of choices to choose from, but big Tommy Stevens at 6'5", 245, makes his own hole.
Jake Mayer, 10 of 11, 145 yards and a touchdown so far in this ball game, but he's down by 6. Gets it away, and it is Sean Bain who goes down and gets it, picks up a pretty good chunk on first down here. As we hit the 3-minute warning in Winnipeg, the Calgary Stampeders looking to even up this football game. First catch of the game for Sean Bain after a couple of pretty good weeks for 14 in white.
Already, we got Milt Siegel, we got Dave Naylor, and who's this?
Is that David Sanchez's son? That's Junior.
Is this Ches Jr.? Does Davis have hair? I have questions.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Halftime coming up, but I have a feeling there's a lot left to happen here in the final 250. There, far side. and he's got another completion. He goes back to Bain. That's 12 completions in a row for Jake Maier. This one goes for a first down, and the Stamps keep marching.
Oh, yeah, and watch Maier. He sees the pressure off the edge. He's going to run out here and pressure off the edge. Really nice job of adding in, picking it up, and Jake sees it, knows he's got one-on-one opportunity. Moving the sticks.
Back-to-back catches for Bain. 129 yards and 4 catches last week.
Is that the 12th in the row for Maier?
Yeah, and this is 13 as he gets it to Begelton. Begelton takes it ahead, and that'll be a first down for Begelton. So the franchise record is 17, which Maier set against this Bombers team last year. And now he's at 13 completions in a row.
Yeah, right at you. And this is a great 1st and 10 play. Get the ball out of your hands quick, make those big boys chase. You see Jackson shutting it down. He says, forget it. I'm gonna let the boys in the back end clean that one up.
Team leading 4th catch of the game for Begelton. It was good for 13 yards. He's got over 40 in the first half. 1st and 10 from the Winnipeg 41. This time they'll hand it off to Logan. He's got some speed and he's got some room, and he'll take it all the way down to the 21. A burst from Peyton Logan.
Certainly was, and before you know it, Peyton Logan, first-year player from Tennessee Martin, is saying hello to Nick Hallett coming from the free safety position. And then you watch Hallett, he's going to scrape over the top, and they're going to meet about 15, 20 yards downfield because Logan's so fast. He hits that hole. Adam Bighill can't get off the block enough. Before he knows it, he's past him. Then there's Hallett saving the day. Otherwise, that's to the house.
8th play of the drive for Maier, all the way down to the Winnipeg 21. Some pressure coming, gets it away in time, and a nice catch by Logan. And now he's going to look for some room on the far side of the field. He'll take it down inside the 10, and he's eventually tracked down by Rutledge. But what a play by Peyton Logan.
Yeah, but what makes this play is the interior blocking once again for the Calgary Stampeders. Back stepping up and making the job easy for, watch this back step, or maybe Begelton. Somebody steps up here. Can't see who at this point. Yeah, it's Begelton. He steps up, picks up the linebacker. He's able to throw hot underneath. Biggie can't make the tackle. Can't blame him. Logan is a beast.
14 consecutive passes completed by Jake Maier, and the Calgary Stampeders are knocking on the door, working from the 6. Maier to the end zone, touchdown as he guns it in there to Malik Henry for Henry, his 2nd of the game. And Calgary has tied this thing at 17.
Wow. Impressive drive. Boy, everybody got involved. On fire. Jake Maier looks left, comes back right. Malik Henry, boom, in the end zone for a little post action. Oh my goodness, Vincent Rose not in the vicinity.
I was going to say, where did he find that space behind Winston Rose?
Good eyes by Jake Maier. Looking the defense off, opening up that alley for him on the post backside. Malik says, thank you, I'll take that. And we'll go for the lead here with Rene Paredes, who's money.
Perez makes good. And Calgary on top, 18-17. Jake Maier is 15-16 for 194, 2 touchdowns. This last drive, 407, 9 plays for 79 yards. And the first lead of the ball game for the visitors, trying to avoid losing all 3 to the Bombers this season.
Yeah, and you got Nick Hallett in the middle. His eyes, watch what happens to him. He's going to move this way, not really move at all, because quarterback Maier's looking him that way, and off the top of the screen you see a post right here. Malik Henry, all kinds of room to work with. Big old field. You see Hallett move to his left. Nah, it's just not gonna happen. That's just, watch his eyes, plant your foot, stick it on him. Again, talk about a little pass pro. Nice job right there, big boys up front. Malik Henry, beneficiary in the back end. Jake Maier feeling it. How many is that now? 15. 15 in a row. This is high-level stuff here by both these teams offensively. I love the matchup. I love what Calgary's doing blocking scheme-wise. Bo, offensive coordinator, or Buck, offensive coordinator for Winnipeg, mixing it up as well. Good stuff, folks.
Nice bursts from Jamal Parker on the return, and decent field position with 1 minute and 16 seconds left for Zach Collaros in an offense that has certainly got some big play in them.
Plenty of time. This is what you live for. This is like, I fully expect Winnipeg to go down here and score.
I wonder if it's Dalton Schoen time. He doesn't have a catch yet in this game. We haven't mentioned him yet.
I like the way you're thinking there, you know.
Right?
I do. It's been Greg McCrae on a big one for Winnipeg and Nick Dembski.
Schoen had 2 touchdowns against Calgary last time. Quiet so far here. They're going to hand it off to start the drive to Brady Oliveira. Pretty decent pickup. Just back to Schoen. 20 yards or deeper this year. He's caught 12 of the 23 thrown his way. He's got 6 that have gone for 30 plus. So if you're looking for a deep shot guy, seems like he might be capable of it.
Yeah, and just a tremendous story walk on, and just I like that underdog aspect of it, and he continues to grind and find his way at Kansas State, finds his way to the Canadian Football League, and explodes onto the scene.
2nd and 4. Out to McCrae, and he's got a ton of room. McCrae's going to take it up over midfield down to the 50. And Greg McCrae, when given the opportunity tonight, has come up big. A 41-yard touchdown earlier, and now a huge play here to put them within striking distance.
Yeah, and he's in the backfield, and he's going to slide over right out of the backfield like he typically would. Little flat route, nothing special. Great blocking, man-on-man out front. Quick huddle here for Winnipeg.
40 seconds to work to go to Oliveira. He's got a good chunk. Stays on his feet all the way down inside the 35 is where he eventually tumbles to.
Well, you see guys just kind of hitting on Brady Oliveira, and that's not going to work with that big boy. He runs too hard, and he's not running to be tackled. He's running to break tackles. You just throw arms at him. He's bouncing off of it like he did there.
Collaros wasting no time, turns around, hands it off to Oliveira again, and another solid push ahead takes it down to almost the 25 with 26 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Brett Monson's going, what do we have to do? You know, just trying to find answers. Thank God his offense is flying under the tutelage of Jake Mayer. Boy, you talk about Winnipeg going to the bag of tricks. Oh, we're gonna go bludgeon them to death here on this drive.
Is that a page in the book? Bludgeon to death.
Yes, that's correct. It's just control the line of scrimmage, eat them up.
And here goes Oliveira again. Look at the room and the patience, like you mentioned.
That reminds me so much of Andrew Harris. I'm sorry, but you see that, you know, it's just relentless. I'm not going down. I don't care what's behind me. I'm going to turn my back and continue to turn my legs. Get about 3 more right here. Boom, 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 boom. That's 3.5 more.
Harris picked up a lot of yards over the time with his back to the plate.
Just like that, with the patented spin move. Get well, Andrew, if you're listening.
How many teams can usually drive the field with just over a minute left on the ground? On the ground, though, right? Like,
yeah, well, that's a back out of the backfield. McCrae, which is great.
And a pass to Oliveira out of the backfield.
Good concept. Man on man out there blocking, doing their thing, and they're just eating it.
They called a timeout to stop it at 10. 10 seconds left in the half. Collaros steps up in the pocket, looks towards the end zone, and it's intercepted! In the end zone, it's going to be picked off and brought back the other way by Mohammed. It's his first interception of the year, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time. Calgary's defense says no. What a finish to the half.
Hoo-wee. Certainly was. It's what happens when you throw it. I think he just didn't want to get touched, and he thought he could sling it in there. Time's running out. 10 seconds on the clock. When the ball was snapped, he steps in the pocket. He's got trouble in the neighborhood right there. Undercut the route. Points off the board. Difference winning and losing right there. Nice job by Muhammad. Good bounce back play by that young man.
Well, some redemption for Muhammad after he was beaten for a touchdown to McCrae earlier in the game. Do not go anywhere. It's Thursday night. You got nothing else to do. We've got a great one here in Winnipeg. Let's send it back to the panel. Night at IG Field in Winnipeg, where the Bombers trail 18-17 to the Calgary Stampeders. Nick Dembski is with our Sarah Orleski.
Nick, just down by 1 heading into this third quarter. What was the emphasis at the half?
That we've been here before. You know, we've been down going in the second half, and we grind it out. We come back and we play good football. So we just got to treat this game like every other and just do our thing. worry about ourselves and just play disciplined football. It's a good team over there.
A touchdown for you in that first half. All 3 of your touchdowns this season have come against Calgary. What is the key for you to have success against this team?
I didn't even think about that. Just stick to the script, man. You know, stay on the path. It's going to come. You know, it's been a roller coaster year, but you know, I just got to stick to it, and good things will happen.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Nick Dembski, 5 catches on 6 targets for 73 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Zach Collaros, 9 of 13, 162 touchdowns and an interception. And of course, Jake Mayer, 194 yards, 15 of 16. He's completed 15 in a row and a couple of touchdowns as well. That man, Peyton Logan, has had a pretty nice start to this football game as well. The Calgary Stampeders 2-1 when leading at half. The Bombers are 2-0 when they trail. Do not go anywhere tonight. This second half is going to be phenomenal. Now here's Logan on the far side, trying to cut it back, and eventually lunges ahead. I just love when football games live up to the hype, and that's what we've got so far tonight.
No question, and I think that bandwagon's getting full. Jake Mayer wagon anyways, and people are kind of being reintroduced to what this kid did last year and why the team and Dave Dickinson has so much confidence in him.
46, 10-yard penalty.
15 to 16, clipping right now at a unbelievable almost 94% completion. And you know, Collaros is playing decent on the other end. Made a mistake there at the half, and his 70% completion, 9 of 13, almost pales in comparison to the young buck Jake Mayer.
Excellent offensive game, both sides of the ball. Jake Mayer closing in on his franchise record of 17 straight completions after a penalty on the return. They are going to be backed up to their own 15. That is where Calgary will start.
Kind of reminds me of their first possession in the first half after Winnipeg had scored and gone down on a big long drive and found the end zone, and they were backed up, and it didn't faze this kid. He looked spectacular in the first half. Let's see if he can do it for another 30 minutes.
Malik Henry, 4 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. He's looking for a 100-yard game. They're going to hand it off to start Kadeem Carey. Look at him high-stepping his way for a first down. And that is how you establish a ground attack early in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but running backs that are really talented, and they can get small in the hole. And, oh, he got small right there. And, yeah, just that's a huge weapon. We asked Bo through all this mess and stuff that's going on and changing of the guard, so to speak, what he thought about his football team. He says, well, we're a good running football team. And you saw it right there.
The numbers say they're the best in the league. Mayer gets this one away down the field, looking for Henry again, and it will fall incomplete. A little hesitation there. It's an incompletion, which means the streak stops at 15. Jamal Parker, I believe, down the field in coverage there.
Yeah, and Henry kind of lets up, and he looks like he's going to try to high point it, but the ball sails over his head, and I think he misplayed this right there. And then the ball just sails over his head. He keeps running. I think that's touchdown. And maybe he just, yeah, I think he just keeps on his path. Jake Mayer had him lined up for a long one, and this one they just didn't connect on.
A little bit of a misread by Henry, who's over 600 yards on the season.
Wow.
And this one falls incomplete as they try to go back to Henry again, and Calgary will have to kick it away early in the second half.
Yeah, and you know, Malik, he's a stand-up guy, and he's probably not too proud of those last 2 plays, and he'll right the ship. He's too good of a football player not to. That's just after a misplayed deep ball, and he kind of let up on. This one's a little low and behind him. Probably a good spot for that to be placed because Rose was coming over the top and high. Good start, bad finish.
Grace set to kick it away. Beautiful kick. Ford takes it just inside his own 25. Now looks for some room on the far side of the field, and he'll be upended just shy of the 40 after a 60-yard kick from Cody Grace. Here's a look at what Collaros brought to the table in the opening half.
Well, he was magical at times for the most part. This nice catch by Dembski, who had himself a half. This is a beautiful catch by Greg McCray, introducing himself to the country. Zach, tight coverage there, drops it down. Beautiful route by Dembski, gave him the out, then went to the post. Zach feathered it in there beautifully. One mistake at the end of the half. cost his team the lead. See if he can right the ship.
They start at their own 39. Near side, Wolotarski cuts it back in, pushes it ahead, and a first down into the hands of 82 in blue.
I love the move. And then talking noise afterwards. Wolotarski's really coming into his own. I think this kid is a special player. I think he'll continue to thrive in this league because he sees it as a quarterback. To me, a guy that is a safety valve, the guy that sees it, you can trust it's going to be there, do multiple things, play him inside, outside, a bunch of different positions, and he'll see it as quickly as a quarterback does.
Canadian receiver on pace for a career year. Kolaris, far side. McCray goes back and grabs it before he steps out of bounds. And another nice play by Greg McCray, who's proving his chops as a receiver tonight.
This is just incredible. Throw and catch. There's a young receiver that is converted from running back to receiver and just lighting up a defense. Absolutely making it look easy like he's been there before. It reminds me a little bit of Alfred Jackson, maybe a little Craig Ellis going back a little ways. Craig was that guy that absolutely just lit it up, whether it's a backfield or receiver. 8 defenses up, as well as Alfred Jackson.
Prukop into the game, and they're going to hand it off to McCray. Look at him go again. He's got another first down. Can you say weapon? Because that's what they've got here tonight in Greg McCray.
Yeah, coming right at you. Underneath, get on your horse. Silas Stewart, you better be riding hard, and he is. As he forces him out of bounds. Trying to take the right angle and figure that out in a hurry because he's flying. Look at him, calm, cool, collected. No big deal. I'll do it. I'll do it several different ways. And there's a guy who knows how to do it. And that baby in the background is like all excited as well.
He was not a fan of
Stewart
pushing McCray out of bounds there. Now they hand it off to Dembski, and Dembski's going to push ahead, and he might have been stopped just shy.
Buck Pierce is just showing off now, right? He says, no Greg Ellison, no problem. We're going to move these two guys around. And Wolotarski's the same type of guy. Maybe not with there's a good look at Buck. He's really taken over as offensive coordinator here. Big shoes to fill when Lapo left, and he's never missed a beat. This guy's been phenomenal. That's good work inside. Nick Dembski just churning it out. It's fun offense to watch, and they do multiple things. And 2nd and 1, let's see if they get creative here.
Prukop back into the game. No creativity this time. Just a huge push ahead.
Just maul you up front, embarrass you, because that's not fun, right? Because your whole idea is win the line of scrimmage. And right there, Winnipeg, there's no doubt who's winning that. That looked really easy.
They're going to throw Prukop back in there. Kolaris was about halfway out. And he turns around, and Prukop will stay in the game for this offense. Johnny Augustine stands to his right. We had not heard from him yet. Fake the flip to Dembski. Prukop's going to be throwing, and he's got a touchdown as the Bombers work some magic. They go to Rasheed Bailey from the hands of Dakota Prukop, and Winnipeg is back on top.
Yeah, more Buck Pierce imagination and scheme. This is beautiful. A little counter action. Extra offensive lineman in the ball game. Gets Prukop on the edge. Rasheed Bailey says, this is too easy. Buck Pierce just showing off. Host offensive coordinator, heck of a drive. Great play calling and execution by his boys on the field. Man, that's an answered drive.
First passing touchdown of the season for Prukop, just the 5th of his career. And the extra point is put home as well. Boy, the play calling on this drive spectacular, and it ends right there. Touchdown pass to Rasheed Bailey.
That's offensive lineman in the ball game right here down the board. Then you see this action here. Back's going to release here. He's coming back this way. Prukop on the top, little play fake over the top, gets the edge and finds Rasheed Bailey. Oh, I love it. Little counter action. Got the edge out in front of everybody. First guy out there to greet him is Zach Collaros, congratulating him. Dakota Prukop getting it done the last 2 plays for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
3rd touchdown of the year for Bailey. It's his first catch of the night.
And the route crazy and hard. You watch it. That was the word.
You say the route was crazy and hard? Is it?
I'm not sure, but he's into it like everybody else here.
If you watch it, you'll see. Peyton Logan on the return. Always dangerous. Stays on his feet. And will eventually be tracked down around the 40-yard line. CFL on TSN continues with back-to-back Friday night football games on tap. Don't miss the home turf battle between the Ticats and Argos, followed by a West Division matchup between the Riders and the Lions. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, only on TSN. Great Friday night setup.
Yeah, I like it. Little Tim White action, getting some love as he should because he's been on fire. One of the player of the weeks this week. AC Leonard getting some love too.
I had somebody who left Tim White on their fantasy bench last week.
Oh,
what a mistake.
Yeah, it was.
Here's Kadeem Carey now trying to run away, finds some space, and he does.
Oh my gosh.
At the 50, Hallett hammered him.
Yeah, he did.
But that's a first down for Kadeem Carey.
Nick Hallett, 3rd-year player from Toronto. He's coming down. He's the last line of defense. Kadeem Carey kicks it to the outside, gets on his horse, no problems, any ill effects from being off the IR, and Hallett just blows him up. My goodness.
8 carries, 4 carry, 43 yards. Peyton Logan's got 3 carries for 31 as they're closing in on 100 yards on the ground again. Mayer this time dumps it off to Reggie Begelton, and he's got some room. Begelton all the way down to the 40, another big pickup, and Begelton's caught all 5 targets thrown his way, and he's closing in on 60 yards.
Yeah, and I'm watching Rutledge, and I believe he's right in this area. No, excuse me, he's right there. He's the 2nd guy off the line of scrimmage, and watch him in coverage as he's trying to stay with Begelton, and he gets a little chip there. You're cheating if you're doing that. Didn't get caught, so moving the sticks. That's why Rutledge was in the trail, because he got chipped down the field.
Down to the Winnipeg 41 here. Mayer has Henry for a completion, wrapped up and held on to by Winston Rose, but not before they picked up another Calgary first down.
Well, Mark Mueller getting after it for the Calgary offense as well. You know, I'm giving Buck Pearson love from Winnipeg. I got to go Mueller here as well. And Dave Dickinson, they've got it going on a short week, making things happen, getting people involved, mixing it up. Henry getting back on track.
Mayer's already at 227 yards, 17 of 20 on the night with a couple of majors. Works from the Winnipeg 27. Rutledge is going to bring some pressure. They hand it off, and there he is. That is Donald Rutledge Jr. introducing himself to Peyton Logan.
Yeah, he just adds in. Got a jet linebacker. He comes in here late, and he's just going to continue to the ball unabated. Sam Jett, good timing, right in the front of the Malik Henry is supposed to have him blocked. Going to get chewed out in film session tomorrow. It's like not what we're looking for, son. Rutledge says, I'll take that all day.
That's his 4th tackle for a loss this season. Leaves Calgary in a 2nd and 13 precarious situation. Only a 3-man rush. They get it out to Logan. And look at this burst down the far sideline. Peyton Logan cuts it back inside. And he put on the turbo boost and takes it down inside the 10.
It looked like a video game. It looked like a video game. I know what he's looking for. He's looking for the post because the post is going to, he's going to post him to come in here. But Logan's going to sneak out here. And he puts a move right there. And it is over with. You just can't get there in time. Malik Clemens is not going to watch this move. This is video game stuff right here. He is gone. Malik Clemens is an elite athlete that's extremely fast and looked like he was running in mud right there.
They work first and goal from the Winnipeg 7. Big Hill's going to try and come get him. Far side, a completion. And Henry's got it. Touchdown, Calgary.
I love that effort.
Third touchdown of the game for Henry. And Calgary answers back.
Oh, I love that effort. That's just incredible effort. I think that's Ron Bars, down judge, just sucking it up, getting run over after Malik Henry takes him out after a sweet throw by Jake Mayer. Jake Mayer didn't have a lot of room, and he was late with this ball, and it didn't come out very good. He's going for it right now. Oh, right in front. Oh, and there's a shot. Hat's gone. Mike's gone. That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Calgary.
There you go, Al Bradbury. Take one for the team because this is your last one. That's beautiful stuff. All the way around. Execution, answer drive by the Calgary Stampeders and the young quarterback, Jake Mayer. Got to throw in a little Mark Mueller and Dave Dickinson there as offensive coordinators. Calling this game, answering. Buck Pierce, unbelievable stuff we're watching here.
It's a heavyweight tilt tonight,
This is amazing.
Calgary goes back on top. 25-24, third touchdown of the game for Malik Henry.
Barzy with the call. Gotta love this. He had a little glitch there on that drive, but he's back. And it's a nice little out route, one-on-one. Top of the screen. Number 2 receiver. Ooh, little shuffle step. That's really decent coverage. Ball was thrown perfectly. Oh, my goodness. And then that right there. It's like Barzy just taking one for the team, staying in it, making a call from the back seat. Beautiful.
Parker set to return, takes it on his own 8, back up to the 20, 30, and a little bit further, all the way up to the 34-ish before he is stopped. Well, Calgary had an answer. Does Winnipeg have another one? Find out from IG Field Thursday Night Football. And for more on a special relationship between Stanley Bryant and Sean Lemon, let's send it down to our friend, Sarah Orleski.
Our friend, I like the way that you're talking about me with this, Dustin. I love that throw. So, you know, you're my friend too. When we talk about Sean Lemon and Stanley Bryant, these two have had so many battles over the years. When you think about how long they've been in this league, and Stanley Bryant, your reigning most outstanding offensive lineman. Sean Lemon, so many look at this being a rejuvenated season for him with the way that he's playing coming into this game with 6 sacks, including 2 last week against the Argos, plus a forced fumble. But these two are the best of friends off-season, or off-field, dating back to their time together with the Stampeders for a couple seasons starting in 2013. These two text or talk multiple times a day, they tell me, or they even text with each other's mothers for it. But there's no trash talking, I'm told, on the field. And I asked whether or not they train together at all in the offseason. Stanley Bryant said, not a chance. He's going to try to steal my moves and see my recipes.
Speaking of moves, there's Dembski with a few as he takes it outside the 50.
Whoa, recipes. I'm talking to Brian on Zoom calls earlier in the week, and he's at home with his son for the break, right? And Quentin is a 3-year-old son, and he's not very good in the kitchen, he says, and I beg to differ with his size. Somebody's feeding that guy. But he had to feed his son for quite a few days, and I said, what was your go-to cook if you're not a good cook in the kitchen? He says, well, we did some sloppy joes. He's a big spaghetti guy.
Perfect.
He likes the noodles, so, hey, sharing recipes, I hope it's a little more intense than that.
And if my wife's listening, sloppy joes for us too. She doesn't want us to have sloppy joes, but I love them.
I grew up on sloppy joes.
Yeah, so did I.
Fried bologna sandwiches. Yeah, we thought it was a big meal when we had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and some corn.
Ooh, for a holiday, I'm assuming.
Oh no, that was just money. That was a go-to meal right there. But yeah, when those two guys get together, Lemon and Bryant, you know they're talking food. You know they are. But the thing that got me was Sarah telling us that they even text and talk to their mothers.
Yeah. Most of my friends' moms hate me.
Oh, got me back to a Saturday Night Live skit.
There's another handoff to Dembski, and look at Dembski go tonight. He's going to take it down inside the 30, still on his feet. Trapped down at the 25, and Dembski is running all over the Stampeders.
Fresh legs, fresh legs. Yeah, Dembski's coming right to left. He's coming right through here, and he's going to do the rest. Give it to him. Little fake inside with McCray. Blocks on the front end. That's Bailey. That's Sean. We hadn't heard much from Dalton Sean, but right there, big block. Giving Dembski an opportunity to get another 10-15. That's what it's all about, team play. Another response drive by Winnipeg. Back and forth, these two heavyweights.
Dembski's up to 36 yards on the Knights. Johnny Augustine, who stands in there next to Collaros now. They're going to go back out to McCray, and a good job on that one. Kind of looked like he got it and brought it down and held on to it with Moxie in coverage.
Yeah, Jonathan Moxie, second-year, third-year player from Boise State, right at you. Give it to us, Zach. Put it on us. Yeah, not a oh, catch it the first time. That's McCray. You know the posse's coming. That clock in your head is thinking, oh man, you feel it. You know the guy's in your hip pocket based on your break and coming out of it. He closed the gap in a hurry. Nice play by Jonathan Moxie.
4 catches on 4 targets, 89 yards, and a touchdown for McCray. They're going to look to the end zone again. A little bit of a stumble, and it's picked off. Looking for McCray again. Instead, it's Brad Muhammad for the second time in this game. Takes one away from Collaros. And the Stampeders defense strikes again. Would have been the second. We saw this play very similar earlier in the game. This time, it's Muhammad who comes up with it.
Good ball, Montlong. Nice little move here, and he got a lot of room to work with. Zach chooses to try to go over the top. The ball's underthrown, and McCray, you got a lot of room to your outside here. He's trying to go over the top. You can see Buka late, but then McCray trips over his own feet, and then Muhammad gets into him a little bit, but I saw Buka coming over the top, so I think if the ball's thrown over the top, that's going to be a tough one and tight. More room to the outside. Heads-up play by Muhammad, getting the second of his career, second of the night.
They'll hand it off to Carey, and he makes one man miss. Eventually, they're going to gang tackle him as he takes it outside the 30. We mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but special night for Al Bradbury as he officiates his final game in the Canadian Football League. 22 seasons, 350 games, 6 Grey Cups.
Detective Bradbury just recently retired from that in his service, and we certainly appreciate that. And the time here, Al. Love it, man. Heck of a career.
Going to stick around and work with the replay officials.
Yeah.
Be a part of the coaching group for future officials moving forward.
You got to pay it forward. There's a lot to learn, a lot to know. All the nuances of this game, how to make it happen. Incredible opportunity for people to get involved, stay involved in the football game, officiating.
Mayer near side, and he's got a completion into the hands of Tyson Middlemost for the first time.
Middlemost, I'm talking about. Third catch of the season. Love it. Tyson Middlemost. McMaster Marauder. Coming right at you. See him release. He was just kind of going to chip on Willie. Thought better of it because Willie kind of stopped his rush. Didn't have to get involved. And Mayer finds him in the flat. Moving the sticks. Looks good on you, Tyson.
8th different Calgary Stampeder to have a catch tonight. First and 10 for Mayer on his own 38. Right up the gut. Another huge push. And that'll be taken all the way over midfield as Peyton Logan running angry.
Yeah, this is a nice job here. They just reach, and then he's gonna just bust it in here. And you can see Willie Jefferson going on the outside there. It's a nice hole there. Sales can't get off his block in time. That was Langley getting just enough a piece of him on the backside where it doesn't take much for Peyton Logan to find daylight. He exploited it.
Final play of an excellent third quarter of football at IG Field. Mayer looks to his right, dumps it off to Logan on his left. And Logan's going to burst ahead for another first down and a little bit more for good measure at the end of the third quarter.
Just incredible usage of talent out here by both football teams. Making plays.
25-24. the Calgary Stampeders trying to come in to Winnipeg and hand the Bombers their second consecutive loss at home. Fourth quarter coming up on TSN. From Winnipeg, it's the Stampeders 25-24 over the Bombers. A very evenly played football game, but some points left off the board by Zach Collaros.
That's right, and I think that right now is why it's still a one-point game, because Collaros forced one there right at the half, and then deep ball that he didn't connect on with Greg McCray trying to find the end zone. But those plays will loom large here in the fourth quarter. We'll see how it plays out, but absolutely love the chess match going on with both these offensive coordinators utilizing their talent on the field, getting playmakers the ball, and watching these guys light up two very, very good defenses.
It's been a sensational opening three quarters. I don't even know what to expect in the fourth quarter, but the odds are I'm going to lose my mind at some point. Jake Maier, 21-24, 276 yards, 3 touchdowns, all of them to Malik Henry, working 1st and 10. And he's got a completion essentially at the 30, maybe down to the 29, back to Henry, who had missed some games and had gone 3 games prior to that with no touchdowns, and he's having a sensational night tonight.
Yeah, and unbelievable. And Malik, you know, he's getting help here because you've got Peyton in the flat. He pulls Big Hill underneath him, and it's a big one. I mean, just watch Big. He just flies out here and opens up a big hole in behind him because he's so worried about getting on him. On Peyton Logan right there. And right behind him, here comes the football to Malik. That's an easy concept, but the player is so hot and so dangerous, you've got to get on his horse because he can exploit you if he fits it out there.
They'll hand it off to Logan, who pushes it ahead down inside the 25. Henry was not on the field for that play. He'd gone to the sideline for some attention to his hand, but a steady mix here of Logan and Carey so far.
It's lethal right now. It is really putting one of the best defenses, if not the best in the league, with big props to Saskatchewan. I really like them too, and what BC's doing of late, but geez, Calgary is making this look pretty easy, moving the football, see if they can find the end zone.
Peyton Logan, 51 yards, Kadeem Carey, 51 yards, as Calgary closing in on their season average of 108. Logan now slowly walks to the right of his quarterback. Maier throwing with Jeff Coat in his face. Middlemost came back to it, but he couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, this looked like a jailbreak. It almost looked like the offensive line wasn't ready. The ball was snapped back, and you just watch these defenders. They all fly up, and they're in Maier's face, almost unabated, almost untouched. They're all getting there. There's not a lot of time to do anything back there. Not a bad guy to turn it over to, Rene Paredes.
Paredes will slide in, looking to give Calgary a 4-point cushion on the road. Bombers are 2-0 when trailing to start the fourth quarter. Calgary is 3-2 when on top, so a long way from this one being decided, but 3 more will certainly help Calgary's case as they go on top 28-24 off the reliable leg of Rene Paredes. Welcome back to IG Field, everyone, and buckle up.
Sweet. You know, we were talking about a cut walking into the game. We would love to be right there. Right there. I'd be wearing the same get-up, too.
One time. I want to do it everywhere in the league just to get a feel for it. Been there a few places, but I like to have that experience all across the league.
Every time I walk into TD Place or BMO Field or Tim Hortons or here at IG Field, wherever I'm calling a game, and you've got tailgate smell in the air, people are having a good time. It's a beautiful fall day. Football's in the air, and you just want to take it in. Not sure I'm going to that extent, but I'm going to the ball.
You're telling me you're not going to paint your face? Are you in or are you out?
Okay. You can't just stick your toe in, right? You got a cannonball? All right, I get it.
Empty backfield, 3 to the left, 3 to the right for Collaros. Pressure up the middle, gets it away. Schoen goes back to get it.
There he is.
And his first catch of this ball game is a big one for a first down.
Zach Collaros feeling some pressure, throwing off his tippy toes, going backwards. Almost double pumping. Now you're going to see a little inside move by the birthday boy. Absolutely love that. Sean Lemon getting pressure. Sean digging one out right there. Nice job moving the sticks.
Winnipeg up to their own 51. 1st and 10. Augustine stands in to the left of Collaros. More pressure coming. Collaros identifies it, gets it away off the hands of Bailey, and falls incomplete, which will bring up 2nd and 10 for the home side.
Yeah, you got pressure. You got Buka coming right from the middle of the field, coming downhill. You know, you can see him. I mean, he's coming a long way. You're going to see him close to the line of scrimmage there, and then backside you're going to have Rasheed Bailey, and he's open. Zach puts it right on the hands. Bam. Got to catch that one. You can even chest that one, secure it. Want to be 2nd and long against this defense. Buka making things happen from his free safety position.
Augustine back in there. Brady Oliveira is on the sideline with his helmet off, watching on. Hasn't really been involved here in the 2nd half. Here's Collaros with a little bit more time. He's got Dembski over the middle again, and Dembski's going to take it all the way down to the 40, and a 1st down for the Bombers.
Yeah, so you talk about Brady not being in the lineup. You watch 2-7. You watch what he does. Little blitz pickup, little pressure, gives Zach an opportunity to find Dembski as that hole opens up because pressure's coming. That's easy. Why? Because the young man, Johnny Augustine, doing his job.
Bombers looking to take the lead back, trailing by 4. They'll toss it out to Augustine. He's going to turn it inside the 40, stays on his feet, stumbles ahead.
Dalton Schoen let that defender cross his face, and he ended up making the tackle. We saw this play last week. The ghost fake to nobody, pitch it out to the tailback. Watch Zach. Ghost fake. Nobody's there. Pitch it out to him. Across the face. That's a nice play right there.
Darius Williams.
Yeah. Yep. First-year player from Cal State Pueblo.
Opportunity here with sensational first-year defender Titus Wall on the sideline. Collaros, 2nd and 8. Over the middle again. He's got Schoen, and Schoen's got the room. Down to the 20. Tripped up and taken down just as he fell short of the 10. Muhammad, I believe, with the tackle. And Schoen has come alive on this drive.
Nice job of protection up front, too. You're not going to be able to see it on this one, but he's coming across Zach's face, and Zach throws a beautiful ball here. More pressure late. They didn't time it up very well. Gave Zach just enough of a window to throw a strike there on 2nd down, getting her done.
Which is what he has done all season. Leads the league in that category.
As a rookie. There's a walk-on at Kansas State.
He's making a good first impression, isn't it?
That's unbelievable.
1st and 10 from the Calgary 12. Collaros, the fake to Dembski. Goes to Wolotarski, stays on his feet, and eventually they're going to try to stop him. What an effort. The crowd almost cheered him home there. Yeah. They were fired up.
He's feeling the effects right now. Oh, he's up. Oh, yeah, he's going to shake it off. Man, this happens quick. Point fake, Dembski coming around. We've already seen that ball handed to him. Takes shots by everybody in the defensive secondary. Crowd comes into it. Judd's hanging on. And finally, Wolotarski goes down. Feeling the ill effects of that play as he's down on the 15-yard line, getting attended to.
Tried to stay up and
make something happen, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's what you do. You're a playmaker. You maybe see the ball maybe 3, 4, 5 times a game.
Darius Williams also being tended to as well. Heavy collisions are going to do that, I guess.
That's right.
We'll be back.
Body parts everywhere.
The U.S. Open begins Monday. Catch 23 Grand Slam victor Serena Williams in action as she competes for the last time on the world stage. That's a big one. TSN is your home for coverage all tournament long. Party zone at IG Field, having a good time tonight. Looking for more, though. Their team down 28-24.
All the body parts are accounted for. Fresh bodies on the field.
Prokop in the game, trying to push ahead from quite a ways out, but they're looking for that 1st down. It's 2nd and short here.
Yeah, and again, I think a job made look pretty easy by that offensive line of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in that short yardage situation, churning it out. Mauling Calgary's D-line. Yeah, good look at it. It's not a place you want to be if you're meek and mild. That is a mass of humanity. Mike Miller in there on the edge, just kind of collapsing in there, falling in there, pretending. I'm just messing with you, Mike. That guy's a warrior.
9th play of the drive. It's taken over 5 minutes. Prokop looking to finish. Finds a lane. And does he get home? Yes.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Winnipeg.
Dembski saw it.
Bombers back on top.
Well, that's a nice get back on track drive for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers after taking points off the board, throwing that pick in the end zone, trying to hit McRae. Prokop comes in a couple plays, follows those big boys up front, letting them eat. A few sloppy joes on the menu. Prokop finds the end zone.
Threw a touchdown. Now he takes one in. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. And Winnipeg on top 30-28.
You know who guy who's loving that right now and controlling that line of scrimmage is Patty Neufeld. Back in the lineup, churning things out. I'm watching him on the sidelines, grabbing some water right now. Well deserved. Back next to Kolanowski. Hardrick getting it done on the right side.
Leggio with a big extra points as the back-to-back Grey Cup champs are on top 31-28 at home on a Thursday night.
There he is. Yeah, we talking about a 9-play, 70-yard drive. Took a little over 5:25 on the clock, and there's a little bit of everybody contributing on that. We finally got to see Dalton Schoen, little Johnny Augustine, giving Brady Olivier a little breather. Across the middle, Schoen again. And Wolotarski taking some shots. Dakota Prokop 2 plays in a row following Patty Neufeld and company into the end zone. Winnipeg retakes the lead.
You mentioned Oliver, and there Orleski has passed along that he's likely questionable to return tonight. Here's Logan on the return, takes it out just shy of his own 35 as Jake Mayer and the Stamps will start there. Prokop, Kolaris getting involved today. Just still Drew Brown in there as well. Excellent game, I think, from Buck Pierce so far tonight.
Well, not many penalties, you know, a couple of turnovers. Zach's thrown a couple interceptions that you wouldn't expect. But other than that, this game has just been phenomenal chess match. Watching these people add in for protection, utilizing all their different talent in several different ways. It's just been a lot of fun to watch Spine coaches work their magic.
There's a flag here as Jefferson hits Mayer, and there's another flag as the ball's popped loose. Jeffco picks it up, and he's going to take it all the way home for the touchdown. But this thing is going to come back. It looked like Jefferson hit Mayer, and that was where the second flag came out. First flag was at the beginning of the play, and these are the 2 most disciplined teams in the league. We haven't seen many flags so far tonight. Different story right here for Al Bradbury.
Yeah. Maybe I jinxed him there. It's been a clean ball game up to this point. I don't know if it was roughing and the guys didn't hear the whistle. Maybe he was blown dead. Figure this out.
Well, it looked like it was blocked by Jefferson, then he continued through and hit Mayer.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think it might have been a dead ball foul because I think the play was supposed to be whistled dead. They probably didn't hear it because of the noise.
Yeah. Let's figure out what's going on.
It's an incomplete pass. There are 2 penalties on this play. Offside, Calgary, number 81. Major foul, roughing the passer, Winnipeg, number 5. 10-yard difference from the line of scrimmage. Automatic first down.
Yeah, and here's the Willie Jefferson roughing the passer, bottom of your screen.
When
He's right here.
It went incomplete. We didn't know.
A little nice inside move, just destroys Coker. I can't see it. What are you supposed to, is this flag football or 2-hand touch? I mean, he gets up on him.
Didn't hit his head either.
No, he didn't hit his head. Hit the back of his nameplate on his back. I don't know.
Moves the ball up to the Calgary 44. This time they'll hand it off to Kadeem Carey, and he found a couple of big holes. He's got a first down at midfield.
This is just a really beautiful job of Carey's patient in the hole. Watch him out front. You're going to have a blocker right out front of Carey, and you're going to watch him Adam Bighill. Get up to the second level and watch Carey set him up. Right there, that's Coker. Bighill set him up, let him get there, and then cut off of it, and he was into the secondary. Boy, that was a really nice job by Coker and Kadeem Carey working together in tandem.
Carey averaging 6 yards per attempt again tonight. Now they tried to get it over to Logan, but it's batted down and falls incomplete. The big boys.
Dallas. Yeah. They're just menacing. Yeah, right? You know, they're just menacing. He's right here. He's 6'6". Dallas, Texas. University of Texas. Gets his hands in Coker's face and gets his big mitts up. 2nd and 10, midfield.
Richie Hall going to work, trying to get this ball back for the Bombers. Crowd here at IG Field to their feet. Huge 2nd and 10. 5:35 on the clock for Jake Mayer. And 4 options to his right. In trouble, taken down and sacked. They get home again. It's Gauthier. His first sack of the season is a huge one on Thursday night.
Yeah, Gauthier right here, and you're going to watch Peyton step up. And they're rushing 3 on the outside, and these 2 guys come in the middle. And it's the only time I've really seen Mayer lose patience right here. Logan does the job, but Mayer's already pulled his eyes down. Typically, his eyes would be downfield trying to fit a receiver. That time, he lost his eyes and his vision, his concentration, and he goes down.
Nick Taylor watches this one bounce all the way in to the end zone. And he will take a knee on that play with 4:41 on the clock. And now it's just a 2-point game. Now bring on the NFL. The 2022 season kickoff comes your way September 8th with the Thursday Night Football showdown between the Bills and the Rams. How about that? Catch it at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN and CTV, Canada's home for NFL football.
Yeah, it's common communication there. And that's the first time I've seen Jake lose his eyes downfield. And really nice block by Peyton Logan, picking up the linebacker, adding in late. And the result was a sack, big-time sack.
They'll hand it off to McCray, trying to find some room on the far side. Nice tackle there from Ailey Buka. Could have stopped a big one.
Yeah. That's just... Listen to this kid and watching him play, you just fall in love with him, man. He's brilliant, well-spoken, and he plays fast. That's a heck of a play, and the guy's had a hell of a night.
Head coach said earlier in the week that they like him as a starter. He's got starter stuff. He's just kind of been dealing with some injuries.
Yeah.
But he's filling in nicely back there right now.
And we already know that Nick Stats has gotten some good quality time this year as well. And then I think is that Dembski just took a seat?
That's McCray.
Oh, it's McCray. He's cramping.
Greg McCray. It wouldn't be surprising if you confuse them tonight because they've both been sensational.
Yeah, overuse.
Cramping up. He's got 89 yards and a touchdown so far tonight, having a chance to slide into a spot left vacated by Greg Ellingson.
Let's just hope it's a cramp.
Trying to stretch it out a little bit, maybe.
I'm watching his eyes, and I don't see fear or concern. More like, yes, I'm going to take advantage here. Take a couple breaths.
Hey, let's catch every ball. Catch every ball first, and then we can turn up and do everything else.
Oh my goodness, spectacular!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Don't miss next week's CFL Wired episode, bringing you exclusive access to the latest CFL highlights. Catch it Wednesday at 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific, only on TSN.
I start watching that, and I can't stop. I will watch that.
That's what TV shows are supposed to do.
It's like ridiculousness. I start watching that, it's like, oh man, can't get off it. It's good stuff.
2nd and 10. Huge play here for the Calgary defense, trying to get Collaros off the field. Instead, he's going to look down the field while Tarsky, and it's batted away. Played extremely well by Jonathan Moxey, and that'll bring up 3rd down for Winnipeg.
Ooh-wee, I can't believe he taking a shot down there, because they had underneath and a couple guys open, but Zach's he's right here. He's getting down the rail, and Zach's going to take a shot. Oh yeah, nice outside release. Get the ball out there, get it out there, get it out there. Now the ball's underthrown.
Just their second 2-and-out of the ball game.
He hits him in stride, he's going, right? And we've seen that 2 or 3 times tonight.
Legio's kick. Logan takes it at the 30. Wrapped up, taken down from behind at the 40 by Hallett. And decent field position with 3:15 on the clock, knowing that a field goal would win it.
I don't think he's thinking about this, but we'll tell you, every time he started a ball game, he's thrown for over 300 yards, and he's the only CFL quarterback ever to do that. He's at 287.
Closing in on it again.
It's incredible. You know, those can be misleading. You don't win a ball game, none of that matters. I'm watching McCray in the sidelines here, and he looks like he's full go, ready to come back in when their offense gets on the field.
Stampeders' biggest drive of the game starts on their own 40. They'll get it out to Reggie Begelton. Begelton up to the 45, taken down around the 47 by a combination of Rutledge and Taylor. We've got a thrilling Thursday night finish on the way. Stay with us, won't you?
Thursday Night Football is brought to you by 7-Eleven, where you get fast 24/7 delivery on game day, including Slurpee drinks.
Best thing about 7-Eleven is it's always open, saying something on the way home time.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What condition are you in when you're going into the 7-Eleven? No.
2nd and 3. Kadeem Carey trying to find a way to a first down, will not do it.
Wow. Maybe got a half a yard. Maybe 3/4 of a yard. Winnipeg's pretty stingy there, forcing this 3rd and 2. Boy, just living on the other side of the line of scrimmage right there. Who was that?
2.5 minutes, no decision needed. Jake Mayer is staying right out there. They're going to go back to Carey again. This time he's got it right at the marker. There's a flag on the play, and it came in very late.
Holding.
Oh, that's a late flag.
Wow,
that changes things. It didn't come out until the play was essentially over.
Wow. I think it was backside of the play. Not sure. Trying to locate it for you.
Holding, Calgary, number 58. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Oh, they had it, and now they're going to be backed up. And it'll be 3rd down again and 12, and they'll be forced to kick it away. Calgary's first 2-and-out of this ball game couldn't have come at a worse time. Grace lets it fly. Taylor waiting for it. Takes it at the 26. Short return back up to the 30 after a 45-yard kick. And let's get another look at the penalty that forced Calgary to have to kick this ball away.
Yeah, you just watch your right guard here, Sevior, and watch him. Big Hill's on him, and Sevior tries to get in front of him. Ryan does a nice job right here, and then he's just driving him, and he pushes him down with his left hand, and that's where they called holding. You be the judge.
The way you described it, it wasn't holding.
It didn't look like it to me. It looked like Biggie used his speed to cross his face, and looks like Ryan just slammed him to the ground with his left hand.
Well, now this Stampeders defense has to go back to work. They'll hand it off to Augustine, push ahead. Pretty solid second effort. He gets an extra 2 or 3 hard yards after initial contact.
This is where Olivier has been feasting, and the Bombers typically make their money up front is running the football when you know they're going to try to run the football. We'll see if they can get it done with Johnny Augustine.
Augustine's going to hustle off to the sideline.
Yes, he is. That's the newcomer coming on the football field.
Tavares Harrison.
First-year player from Florida Atlantic. What a unique time for him to step into the ball game.
151 yards on the ground for the Bombers. They're going to give it to him here. They'll go to McCray, and McCray has enough for a first down as he is healthy, back in the lineup here, and comes up with another big play.
Yeah, he's right. He's right next to Zach. He just releases. We've seen him do this several times. It's not rocket science. Just free release in the backfield, going to stick it to you. And then maybe little rub and little interference downfield. Call it what you want. If that ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, that's legal. Moving the sticks very easily. Greg McCray.
McCray, 95 yards and a touchdown. Collaros is at 285. Stamp's got to get a stop. 90 seconds on the clock.
See if they run fit here. Run blitz. Boom. Yeah, they give it to Augustine.
Hand it off to Augustine. Spins ahead, maybe a yard. Back to the line of scrimmage at least.
Sorry, I'm just watching the game like I would be at home. Just talking right over you, Dusty. Sorry. I'm just like, oh, man.
Minute and 23 seconds left now, and get off the field time here for the Stampeders defense.
Timeout's called, Calgary.
I like that. I like that call.
Once again, they're only down 2. So they just need a field goal to win this football game. If you can get off the field here, you're going to have time to get into field goal range if you can do it.
Yeah, Paredes twice this year has hit from 53. I've watched him warm up several times this year. I've seen him hit 60-yarders. You know, he just changes his trajectory a little bit, and he's easily making that.
In Jake Mayer's first start here against Winnipeg, they lost 18-16. He had a 52-yarder. Came up about 5 yards short, and they lost that game.
I remember that, and it was right here. And was he kicking into a bit of a wind as well?
Had to have been.
I think so. Not a lot of wind here tonight.
Huge play right now, though, for Collaros. Does he go to Mr. Second Down? Dalton Schoen looks over to the left. He goes to Dembski, who's had a great night. Dembski's going to be wrapped up by Buka and taken out of bounds. And that is a huge tackle by Eli Buka. And they'll be about a yard short of a first down.
Yeah, I thought he had the first down, and I thought his progress, and then he spun back around, and Oshman challenged us because this is huge right here for both sides. Yeah, he's going to be about 2/3 of a yard short.
They're going to measure it anyway, but it does look almost a yard short from where we're at right now, but everybody will be watching this and see what type of decision is going to be made with 1 minute and 16 seconds on the clock. You thought Dembski on that initial...
I did. I thought his forward progress before he got spun back around and corralled out of bounds made the line of scrimmage.
Dickinson anxiously watching on.
Yeah, they're getting a review or something from the. Here we go.
After review by the command center, the spot on the field has been changed to the 53-yard line. This will make it a first down.
Good eye, Mr. Dunnigan.
There you go, brother. I've watched a few football games in the past.
So they said he got up to the 53 here.
Yeah.
Pardon me? They checked upstairs
you see
and
the
they
marker.
moved the spot on me. That's why I didn't measure.
Marker's right here. Did you hear Al? See, they were grilling me in my head, give me, you know, and he said, that's why we didn't measure, because they were giving him a new spot. Whew.
Oh, there's a look.
Yeah, that's a great look. That's a great look. Right there. That's what they saw.
Just enough.
Wow.
Just enough.
That's not good for Calgary. It's good for Winnipeg.
Bombers look to seal this thing away and get back into the win column. 60 seconds to do it.
No timeouts for Calgary.
Augustine stopped after 3 or 4 yard pickup. Calgary Stampeders trailing by 2.
That's all you need to do right there. Just keep grinding it. Easier said than done. Mike Miller into the ball game. Shown off the field.
You have to go back to 1987 to find the last time Winnipeg swept all 3 games from Calgary. It's a long way back.
I'm trying to remember who was quarterback in '87. I'm going to say maybe Rick Johnson. Look at that.
That's how you steal it away. Johnny Augustine takes it down inside the 40. O'Shea knows it. That'll be enough for the Bombers, and they are going to go to 10-1.
Osh knows it, and every fan of this stadium knows it. So does Johnny Augustine. And the big boys up front, watching Stanley Bryant, Margaret Hardrick, every one of those guys know it too.
A fitting way for this game to be put away by somebody else.
Sloppy Joes for everybody.
Oliveira had a great first half. Greg McCray, Dembski, everybody's been running the ball tonight. This time it's Augustine, and he seals it away.
Tip of the cap to Buck Pierce, offensive coordinator, finding a way to get her done against a very hungry, talented Calgary defense, and way to mix it up, Buck. Absolutely phenomenal.
What do you take away from this game for that guy right there, Jake Mayer?
All right, hell of an effort. More of what I figured. He's a keeper. Dave's not getting off of him, that's for sure.
23 of 28, 294 yards, 3 touchdowns, but still watches as Zach Collaros takes the knee, and the Bombers off a bye week get back in the win column, Matt.
Good ball game, man. That's what it's supposed to be about. A couple heavyweights going at it. Winnipeg goes to 10-1. Calgary drops to 6-4. Losing distance on the league-leading Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Bombers get the job done, 31-29. Despite a great outing from Jake Mayer, 3 touchdown passes and 294 yards, it was still not enough for the Calgary Stampeders. A clean 3-game sweep for the Bombers in the head-to-head this season. That's going to do it for us from IG Field. We're heading to Sports Center next.